Hey everybody, this is Frilioth and welcome back to another Minecraft episode on the AlphaCraft server. Today I want to show you the Tamagotchi that I've been working on stream. It was inspired by something that Etho did 12 years ago in his Let's Play series that I used to watch it all the time. He was an inspiration to me and still is. But he made a Tamagotchi, but I never actually saw it working properly. In the episodes I watched, I saw him, he tinkered about with it a little bit and played with the face and whatever, but I never saw it actually working properly. I'm sure he got it working, the bloke's a genius. But anyway, it inspired me a few weeks ago to want to build one myself. So this is it. So I'll show you around it later, but before I do, I need to put back to the base. I've run out of quartz. I've run out of comparators, and I need some more for the build. So first off, I think before I show you around, and I've got to name the guy as well. Well, I can't just call it Tamagotchi, and I can't call it the pet. So I'm thinking, what are you thinking about? I'm thinking that I'm going to be calling it ALF, which would be short for Alphabot. I think you guys can come up with suggestions in the comments. I'm sure you can come up with a better name than that. But for the time being, I think I'll call him Alf until I get a better name. But before we do anything else, I'm going to pop back to the base to get myself some quartz. Now, it's not going to be long before we update to 1.21.5. It's days away. It will only be days away. I'm sure the next video will be in 1.21.5. So we'll have funky looking chickens, and we'll have funky looking sheep and pigs, and we'll have leaf litter and other stuff like that. But for the time being, we're still on 121.4. Still got my camels. Still got my bird of prey, which is beautiful. Love it. And my dude over there, my Winnebago. I don't know what that's called. So it's a Winnebago anyway. What the? Looks like you've had sand fleas. Oh my god. Oh my god! What? I can't believe it. Who's done this? Who's done this? Okay, well that's brilliant. Thank you for that. Comparators, 3 of them in there. I'll take you anyway, because I'm gonna need you. Rockets. Pretty sure one of these boxes has got loads of quartz in it. Some quartz. When I say loads, I don't need a load. I just need a little bit to finish off my build. And that should be more than enough. 10 of those with efficiency. Oh, there you go. That is just scary. All right, so we're back here again. Let me grab out my decent stuff. Put that in there. Put. I don't have any room for anything, do I? That in there for the time being. I've got some more stuff over the back as well. That. Some of that. Got some of that. I will make some of those. So just to quickly show you what ALF does. Basically, if you can remember back in the day, the Tamagotchi, the first virtual pet, You had to feed it, you had to play with it, you had to clean up its poop. If you didn't, there was a chance that it became sick and eventually it would die. At the moment, I don't think I'm going to be killing off Alf. I don't think that's a thing. And I don't remember, I never had a Tamagotchi if I'm being honest, so I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I have been on the wiki and had a shufti. But I can't remember whether the original one had water, but it definitely had food, it definitely had snacks, which contributed to its happiness and its fedness, fullness, satiety. I know there's a word for it and I can never say it. You should have been in stream. The fun we've had with that word. It's just... I know the word I mean, I just can't say it. Anyway. Then you've got the weight. It either gets fat or tin or fat. And you've got its health, obviously. And you've got the poo. It's pooed, it's full. I need to empty the poo. I'll do that later. Don't want to be handling that live on stream, do we? So if you feed Alf a water bottle, which I don't have, it makes its water go up, its thirst. Or its thirst go down, its water content go up. If you feed it a steak, it will make its food go up. Its hunger will go down, its fullness will go up, oh my word. And if you feed it snacks, if you feed it cookies, which is going to make Stina happy, its happiness will go up. But if you feed it cookies, not only will its happiness go up, but its weight will also go up. Treats make it happy, but they make it chubby. Happy and chubby. Also, if the food is all the way up and then a little bit further at the moment, if the food is full up and the water, that's food, if both of those are full, it will activate a circuit which will allow the Tamagotchi, will allow Alf to heal. So if its food and water are both full, its health will go up. However, if its food gets too full, see at the moment its food is full enough to turn that lamp off. With that lamp off, it will allow that circuit to be on. If that, it's an AND gate, I think it's called an AND gate. If that and that are off, or is it a NAND gate? You'll have to explain this to me in chat. I need that circuit to turn on if these are both off. So does that make it a NAND gate? Or does that just make it an AND gate? I don't know. I don't know the difference. But anyway, if that's off and that's off, that's on. But if it's too fed, that will also turn off. And what this will do is that will also start a timer that will add to its weight. So over there we've got the weight timer. So if it's too full, if you overfeed it, it'll start gaining weight. And there are disadvantages to that. So water bottles, give it on for the water bottles as well. Because water bottles don't stack, I had to come up with a water bottle sorter. Now I'm sure there are loads out there. I know there are loads out there, but I wanted to come up with my own. So this is what I came up with, and it's very, very simple, really. The one thing you can't do, though, is throw all sorts of items in. If you put a load of items in the system, or if it wasn't for that elevator there, if you'd put a load of items in the system, it might filter out the odd one water bottle, but a lot of them went straight through and it was a waste. So I had to put in this item elevator here, which slows everything down. Everything comes into that hopper there, but it only goes up the elevator one at a time, and it goes very slowly every 8 ticks. So there's a delay there for 4, there's a delay there for 4. It takes 8 ticks to go up, which is what, a third of a second? I think there are 20 ticks in a second, and it takes 8 ticks for one of these to go up. So it is quite a long, quite a big delay in elevator terms anyway. But one item goes up. If it's a water bottle, it gets held in that top hopper and then sucked out into the brewing stand, which will then fall into the hoppers below and work. If it can't go into the brewing stand and the steak and any other item won't be able to. It's only bottles that will be able to. So the steak and the cookies get held in there until the timer goes around, and then it gets released into the bottom, and then it goes along into these item filters, which are standard item filters. I think they Impulse built the first one of these, and it's an Impulse design that I use regularly. If it's a steak, it goes into there, which is the food. If it's cookies, it goes into there, which is the happiness. The happiness one is also linked via this bit of redstone here, linked over to the weight. As I said earlier, if you feed it cookies, it gets happy, but it also gains weight. Okay, so it's all linked. It's all linked. And my eyes were going square because it's yeah, and it's still not finished. I'm still. They got to here as well. Hang on a minute. Oh my god. They're everywhere. Has the server been infested with sand fleas? I thought it was just me. Oh my god, who did this? They're all ugly looking heads as well. Oh, they're everywhere. I've got a proper infestation of them. Wonder why they're brown here and they're grey over at my base. Are they like a different variation of sand flea? Crazy. Crazy. Right, let's make him unhappy. I'm going to make him unhappy just so I can show you the game. If I move all of those over to the other side, it's now very sad. It's very sad. Very sad. I'll show you that as well, working the face in a little while, because the face is brilliant. However, that is going to change. All of that, which took me days to work out, is about to get ripped out and done again. For various reasons that I will tell you about. Maybe soon, maybe later, maybe never. I don't know. But anyway. So if I knock out that torch there, items will start to flow from that hopper into that hopper. It'll start to get happy, and we should be able to see it. So we're starting to get a little bit happier now. A little bit happier. Be a bit more happy. There you go, a little bit happier. At the moment, I think I've only got 6 faces, and they're not very expressive. Well, they are expressive, that's wrong. But at the moment, those 3 blocks there can either be out or out at the top and in at the bottom, or out at the top and in at the bottom, or out at the bottom and in at the top. And it's the same with the ones on the outside. They're either out at the top and in at the bottom, or in at the top and out at the bottom. I'm working on a system that will allow all of these to be more independent, to give me a bit of a different range of faces. Brilliant. So when he's super happy, he looks like that. So let me go and stick this back in again before I forget. There you go. So now he's super happy. So let's make him sad again. Very sad. Now, as I say, there are 2 ways to make him happy. You can either feed him snacks, but he gains weight if you feed him snacks, and he's currently a little bit overweight. Not quite obese yet. He's just a little bit overweight. So I want to make him happy without adding weight to him. And you can do that by playing this game. It's a very simple game, really. You start it, and then the lights will come on. You have to press a button corresponding to the light. If you press it within a second or so, if you press that button while the light's on, you'll hear a ding, and that will make him happy, or it will add to its happiness. It won't suddenly fill all the way up. It will just make it a little bit happier, and it'll go up incrementally. And I think the timer lasts for about a minute. I think it's 50 seconds or so. And it's not easy. This isn't easy. It doesn't stay, the lights don't stay on for very long. So it is quite difficult. And the light should be random as well. sure people's reaction times are going to be better than mine are. Oh. I might add to the timer a little bit. It's not on very long, and the way it works is using a random dropper, or the random features of a dropper. If you don't quite make it in time, it doesn't bing, and if it doesn't bing, then you've not done it. So it works via a timer that is started when you press a button. Items flow from one side to the other, and while the items are flowing from one side to the other, this comparator is unlocked or off, which unlocks this ring of hoppers, really, which acts as another timer, and an item gets randomly shot out of here. Now there are 5 items in here. There are 3 items over here in the item sorters. There they are. So if a piece of stone gets shot out, piece of stone brick, it'll go into there and it'll light up that lamp. If a piece of grass is shot out, it'll do the same over here, light up that lamp. And if a piece of dirt is shot out, it will go into there. And if the other 2 are shot out, either cobble or stone, nothing happens. So it's not going to continually just be one after the other, because that would just get crazy, I think. Maybe I'll take one of those out so it reacts a little bit quicker. Maybe not, I don't know. But how it works underneath is if that light is on, then that torch is off. Okay, this is another one of those NAND gates or AND gates. I'm sure this is an AND. I'm sure it's an AND gate. But then I don't know what's the difference between an AND and an AND. Anyway, when the item has gone through there, it goes through a bit of a delay up there. I can't make that delay any longer because I need it to be 1 wide. If I make a longer delay, it'll be 2 wide, and I can't do that because of the one in the middle. Anyway, that redstone lamp will go off. The redstone torch will go off. If you then press the button at the same time that torch is off, it allows that redstone torch to go off. Once both of them are off at the same time, that redstone torch goes on, which will power that note block over there, give you the little ding to indicate that you've done it. It will also go around to the redstone at the back and activate its health timer, and the health hopper will unlock long enough to let a couple of items through, which in effect makes it happier, or happier than it is. So that's how that works. I'm sure I've not explained that very well at all. And I made him so happy. Have I broken that? Broken that timer. That comes through to here. That might be in the wrong place. That comes through to 6520. Yeah, so that is the right place. I need to check on that. But anyway, when you press the button at the same time, that lights up, that torch goes off, that torch goes off. Some of those items flow from one side to the other. It also takes a little bit of food away from it as well, because obviously it's using energy. It's enjoying itself, it's having a laugh, it's using a little bit of energy. And it's also a way to, if you overfeed it, at the moment, if you overfeed it, it will start gaining weight, and the only way to stop it is for the the timer to run its course and let it lose weight naturally, and that's not really fair. So you can play with it and it'll lose weight. Anyway, that's how it works. That's how ALF works. I love it. It's my pet project, pun intended. I'm going to have to look at that though, because he should have made him a little bit happier than that. I know I'm pants at the game, but that should have made him a little bit happier than it did. Maybe I need to stick an extender on this. Maybe these just aren't long enough. Not on these, but on the making him happy. Yeah, that should have made him happy, or happier. Always put my redstone on some stone brick. So when I'm digging around underneath, I know that there's something above it. If I do that, and then do that, and that, and oh, I was worried then. That, and that. Now, when that gets power, it's going to go into a loop that will gradually decay because the comparator outputs the same signal that is putting through the back. The signal coming out of the repeater is going to be 15. So it's going to go into there as 14, then 13, and then 12. Okay? It's going to come out, it's going to go into the back of the comparator as 12. It's going to come out of there as 12. And it's going to be 11 and then 10. So it's going to go into the back of the repeater, the comparator as 10. It'll go into that piece of dust as 10, then it'll be 9, and then it'll be 8. It'll go in the back as an 8, come out as an 8, 7, 6, 6, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1. Then it'll turn off, and that'll turn the rest of this dust off. So that'll give it a bit of a delay so that the light up there is off longer, which should make it happier. I need to stick a repeater in there. So now if I make him sad again. Sorry Alf, making you sad. Okay. I did start using different coloured walls and everything, and I tried, and maybe I will. I'll go back and I'll get that sorted out. Otherwise, I'm never going to remember what does what and what goes where. Right, we're going to give this one more go. Right, so he's currently very unhappy. Good run, yes. Happy with that. So that's better. That's made him happy. A little bit. I don't want it to fill him completely up. That would defeat the object, but I'm happy with that. So for now, we'll call it a day. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. And don't forget to check out all the other alphas. They are all fantastic. This is Frilioth with Alf, and I'm out of here.